So now let's look at question 6. Okay, the graph shown is the position versus time graph of an oscillating particle. So we are given x, x against t graph, which is displacement against time graph. And we have a few questions here, so let's look at it one by one. Okay, first of all, we need to draw the corresponding VT graph and AT graph. So first of all, we need to find velocity against time and also acceleration against time graph. Okay, so before we can draw the graph, kalau kita tengok dekat sini untuk graph xt ni, okay, first we take out the information that we can get lah. Kita ambil information dahulu apa yang kita boleh dapat daripada graph ni. So we know that for one complete cycle, okay, the value that we get here, okay, this value of 2 adalah sama dengan, okay, the value of period, which is equal to 2 seconds. Okay, so now what else can we get? Okay, it doesn't give the value of amplitude, so kita hanya ada satu information sahajalah, which is the value of period. Okay, so before we can draw the graph of VT and AT, let's write down the equation for this graph. So this graph is an xt graph kan, which is x is equal to a sin omega t. Okay, ini adalah general formula, general equation untuk this graph here. So we know that in order for us to find the velocity equation pula, okay, velocity equation akan jadi sama dengan dx over dt. So we need to differentiate this equation of, okay, this equation of x here, which will be equal to a omega, okay, sin differentiate akan jadi cos omega t, and for acceleration kita akan differentiate dv over dt, which is equal to a omega square, okay, cos differentiate akan jadi negative sign, so negative kita letak dekat depan, sin wt. Okay, so meaning that we are going to draw the graph based on these two equation. Okay, let's draw the graph first. Okay, untuk graph VT, so V here and T here. Okay, VT dekat sini dia adalah graph apa? Which is graph cos. So cos kita akan start daripada this point here. Okay, maybe just agak-agak lah dekat mana, because we don't have the value of amplitude kan. So we start from here, going down, then naik semula, just for one complete cycle lah. So dekat sini adalah value of period, which is equal to 2. So here will be 1. And then we have for acceleration pula, so here A and T. And then for acceleration dia adalah sin graph, and dekat sini kita ada negative. So kalau sin, okay, ingat lagi untuk positive sign dia akan jadi macam ni kan. This is positive sign. So for negative sign it will flip. So this one will be negative sign. So graph untuk kita punya acceleration akan start daripada kosong, because it is a sine graph, tetapi dia akan turun ke bawah dahulu and then naik semula ke atas, and then you will get one complete cycle. Here will be 2 seconds, here will be 1 second. So that will be the graph for VT and AT. Okay, so next one we want to find, okay, at what time after t is equal to 0 will be the displacement reach its first maximum. So we want to find the time here. Okay, what is the time when, okay, they reach first maximum of displacement? So this one kita refer kepada xt graph. So this one lah xt graph. So selepas t sama dengan kosong, okay, t sama dengan kosong di sini kan. Okay, apabila dia naik ke first maximum, which is here. So we want to know what is the time here. So sini adalah 1, meaning that here will be 1/2. So meaning that t will be equal to 0.5 second when displacement reach its first maximum. Then question B, determine the velocity of the particle at time in question B. So we want to find what is the velocity when t is equal to 0.5 seconds. So this one kita akan refer to VT graph. So this one is our VT graph here. Okay, apabila t sama dengan 0.5, so sini kosong, so this one will be 0.5. So what is the value of V here, which is dia ngam-ngam dekat sini kan, so it will be 0 lah. V will be equal to 0 meter per second. Okay, and then next question, at what time after t is equal to 0 will the velocity reach its first maximum? So this one, again we refer to VT graph. Okay, so after t is equal to 0, right? So dia start dekat sini. Sini adalah apabila t sama dengan 0. So it goes down. Okay, and then dia sampai ke 0, and then sampai lagi ke first maximum dekat sini. So first maximum dekat sini. Okay, which is this point here. So dapatlah value of t, which is equal to 1 second. Okay, when velocity reach its first maximum. Okay, so question E now. Determine the displacement. So we want to find the value of x when t is equal to 1 second. So we want to find E. What is x when t equal to 1 second? So this one again refer to xt graph. Sebab kita mau tahu adalah the value of x. So obviously we need to refer this graph here. Okay, in which 1 second, right? So 1 second. So 1 second dekat sini. So the value of x here will be equal to 0. So x is equal to 0 when t is equal to 1 second. And last one, state the relationship between the direction of the displacement and the direction of the acceleration at the same instant of time. Okay, so this one is just best berbalik kepada konsep. And we know that, so that one will be F, right? Okay, direction of acceleration. Okay, always opposite to the direction of displacement. Okay, untuk masa yang sama dia akan always opposite to the direction of displacement. So that is all for question 6. Thank you.